All right, Rivky, what's up? What are we
I was going to say, well, Hama, let's start to build a salad. So let's put the basics in. Usually you're going to start with lettuce, tomatoes, pickles. We can do a...
I like croutons, do you?
Like croutons? Okay, we're going to do that at the end, though. Okay. I'm not going to put it in now. I want it to remain crunchy and not get soggy. So we're going to start off with tomatoes and cucumbers. And of course, you can, you know, the sky's the limit. And we're going to think about how to make our own dressing. So we're going to work on building our very own dressing. We can do one of two types. The easiest will always be your vinaigrette, or we can also do a creamy dressing, which is just as good. And usually it's going to be a mayo base. Okay, we're going to start off with the first three crucial components that will be in any dressing. We're going to start off with your fat, which could be your oil, or if it's your creamy dressing, it's going to be your fat will be your mayo. Okay, you need to have your acid, which could be any type of vinegar, lemon juice, anything of that sort. And then of course we're going to need our salt, which is going to be, salt and pepper will be your basic flavor, and we're going to take it from there. I also like to, some people like it with a real good pucker, you know. I like to sometimes add a little bit of a sweetener. So we're going to add in, and of course the sky is the limit, but we can add in whether it would be a sugar or a honey or a Ceylon, something like that.
I see you have brown sugar up here.
Oh, absolutely. And we're also going to then take it one step further where you can actually add in an emulsifier, which also is going to add to the flavor. So the most common, I think, is the Dijon mustard. You can also use an egg yolk, which really was in the original Caesar dressing, which I used to make it with the fresh garlic and the anchovies, the whole spiel, and it was so delicious. I know some people have become a little bit wary of the raw egg yolks, although it still is pretty common and still is used as an emulsifier, and that means it's actually pulling together and keeping your dressing from breaking apart. Okay, so let's get going. The ratio that is popular and most used today is a 2-to-1 ratio, and some people will even like to do an equal if they like it really tart. So we're going to start off, what type of a fat would you like? Do you want to go with a creamy, or would you rather go with an oil base?
I like creamy.
You like creamy? Ooh, my kind of girl. Yeah. So here we go. Let's measure approximately, you know, to about 1/4 cup. Okay? So whereas we said the ratio used to be, let's say 3-to-1, we're now going to do half the amount. So if it was 1/4 cup, we're now going to do how much of an acid?
I am no mathematician. Okay, I just came for food, okay?
Guess what? Neither am I a mathematician, but we're going to do 2 tablespoons of the apple cider vinegar. It happens to be, it gives such a great punch. But at home, you can use red wine vinegar, you can use regular white vinegar, you can use the white wine vinegar, you can use balsamic vinegar, you can use lemon juice, lime juice. They all are going to...
Should I shake it first or just pour it right in?
You could just pour it right in.
How much?
2 tablespoons approximately. Or you can use your spoon to measure. Okay, good. Now, I happen to have a whisk prepared. This, I think, is a very important thing for you to be able to.
It's so baby tiny.
Isn't that heaven? And then what we're going to do is, that was 2, so we're going to do 1 of our Dijon mustard, which is going to add tartness, and it's going to help emulsify and pull it together. Yeah. And I would not do it heaping.
Okay.
Yeah,
so like
there you go. That's nice.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to throw that in. Okay?
Right. Can I?
At this point, go for it. Yes.
Whiskey whisk.
Whiskey whisk. Go for it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I like that. Look at how it's coming together so beautifully and so quickly. Okay? We're going to add in a little bit of salt and pepper now. And I would say that the general ratio would be about 1/2 teaspoon to 1/4 or 1/8 teaspoon of the black pepper, depending on what you like. But we're just tossing in a little bit. And then we can add in our sweeteners. What I have found over time, there are many different sweeteners that I like. Sometimes I like the honey, sometimes I like regular sugar. At my palate, I would say...
Look how beautiful this looks.
It really does. Can I give it a little, let me see where we're at now.
Hey, no fear, me too.
Yeah. Now you're gonna see, It's a little tart.
Right, we need a
Right?
little sweetie.
So, yes, I like that, a little sweetie.
So what are we doing?
So let's decide. Do you want to be like, are you in a brown sugar mood? Are you in, you know what I have over here? Ceylon, which is date honey. And it's very similar to honey. It gives a little bit more
well, I
depth.
trust your palate.
So,
So is
go
it-
for it, girl.
Yeah?
Let's put, I would say like, like just 1 tablespoon in there.
More than this?
I think that's great. Let's try it.
Okay.
And we're gonna whiskey whisk, as you said. I like that. She just coined a new phrase. We're gonna be walking down the street and people are gonna say, "Do you whiskey whisk?" And we're gonna say, "Of course."
Listen, there's got to be one catchphrase, and it's got. I really hope it's not salad nicoise.
That's true. Okay, let's
right.
try it. Salad niçoise.
Salad.
You see, we have our Frenchie now. Here we go. Now, we're gonna do that dip. We're gonna use a different finger because we're not gonna double dip. But let's see what that element added. You ready?
Okay. Wait,
I
no.
will tell you you're a great whisker.
Yeah, it still needs to be whisked though.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. I have a better idea.
It's really
Ready?
nice and smooth. Ah, I
Join
like
me.
that. Yes.
I'll give you the thicker one.
Okay, here we go.
Good enough.
100%.
I think it's really good.
It's not puckery like what it was before. Before, when we tasted it without any
I'm so
sort
glad
of
this is being
sweetener.
filmed because I'm really gonna rewatch this and make this because it really tastes good.
You know what? I'm with you. That's the beautiful thing about this. You can watch it again and again, and each time say, ooh, this is a good
really
idea.
good.
Let's add something else. I have found that brown sugar complements either Ceylon or honey so beautifully. I would love for you just to try it. Now, it does not need additional sweetening.
I'm gonna add very little because like I'm not sure I'm gonna like. I love what
Okay.
it is now.
Go for it.
All right.
Give it a good whiskey whiskey.
We should make a T-shirt that says "Whiskey Whiz." Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm gonna get really crazy. Let's give a tomato. Here's a tomato for you,
Okay, thank you.
and here's a tomato for me.
There we go.
Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. All right, there we go.
I taste it. Do you?
It's a little bit different.
But it's not bad.
It's subtle, but it really, really, I find especially when you're using larger increments, it adds a tremendous amount.